Welcome back to the Klim product walkthrough. I'm Dustin Pancari. In today's video, we're going to do a full comparison of the Mountain non-insulated outerwear lineup. You can see it's right behind me here. And you know, at first glance, it kind of looks overwhelming. I suppose a lot of people think to themselves, man, there's a lot there. I don't understand the differences between them. It's kind of confusing. So the goal for today's video is to line all of these individual pieces out, understand how they compare to one another, and maybe answer a few questions like, hey, am I a one-piece rider or am I a two-piece rider? Or do I want a full-length bib or do I want just a pant? So we'll compare all of these that are behind me here, talk about what kind of fabrics they are, what kind of venting they have, how they fit, and hopefully make it easier for you to make a buying decision. So I think the first thing we should do is compare one-piece suits versus two-piece suits. Now, if you already know which one of those you want and you want to just skip through this video, it's all chaptered out. If you don't need to hear about one pieces, just skip to the product you want to hear about, and that'll save you a little bit of time. But for now, we're going to talk about all of the features and benefits of a one-piece suit versus maybe a two-piece suit. So for me, I really like the one-piece suit in the conditions where it's a super deep powdery day. There's really no break in the suit for air to get up in between like a two-piece would have, or powder to get up in there between. The other advantage I think to a one-piece suit is they're a little bit more free feeling. You don't have a bib coming up against you here and then a powder skirt done up around you here. That midsection just feels a lot more open and kind of free moving. So the one-piece just kind of has a little bit more of a free feel to it, kind of a more maneuverable feel to it. So if that's the feel you're going for, I would definitely encourage you to try on a one-piece suit and see how it feels, even just kind of in the showroom there. A two-piece suit, the big advantage to a two-piece suit is it gives you more options. Let's say you're in a situation where you want to be able to take your jacket off. If you're maybe riding to a lodge and you're going to eat lunch and you don't want to have to take all your bibs off or the whole suit off, you can just take that jacket off, hang it over the back of the chair. It's a little bit more versatile from that respect. Or maybe you already have your favorite pair of bibs. They're the ones you want. You don't want to buy something different, but you need a new jacket to match your new sled. Well, you can just change the color a little bit easier with the jacket and kind of use more of a standardized color on your bibs or your pants. So that's a nice benefit to the two-piece suit. The other thing is sizing. I'm 6'3", I'm 220 pounds. I can fit into an extra large one-piece suit. Our one-piece suits are already 2 inches longer, meaning there's a little bit more room for when you sit down, you know, those kind of pull tight on you a little bit, where there's no break in the middle, you need that extra room. So we've added 2 inches to all of our one-piece suits. Maybe you're a super tall person and you need a tall size. Well, that's the advantage of having a bib or a pant. We offer those in tall sizes. Also, the Valdez jacket we offer in a tall size as well. So a few more sizing options on the two pieces, a little easier to adapt to different body types with the two pieces, where the one pieces are a little more standardized there. And you get a tall guy and there kind of starts to become some restrictions there. So most important, try them on. Figure out what feels best for you. Go to your dealer, go to a showroom, you know, try the styles and how each one of them fits you to really understand what's going to match your riding style, how much movability, how much insulation you're going to need, and then make that decision from there. All of these pieces behind us all have certain standard features. These are the things that Klim's built its reputation on, the things that we don't compromise on. Things like they all have Gore-Tex guaranteed to keep you dry material. They all have a safety D-ring standard. They all have adjustable cuffs, adjustable necks. They all have double-headed YKK zippers. They all have powder skirts on the two-piece suits, or ankle gaiters on the bottom that hook to your boot. These are those standard features that we know everybody's going to appreciate, and they make these pieces those premium high-end garments that you're going to expect from Klim. So what we really want to dig into is the individual features and benefits that separate all of these one pieces here, and then also all of the two pieces behind me on my left. So starting off with the comparison of the 3 one pieces here, the Locksaw, the Ripsaw Vapor, and the Ripsaw. There's really 5 points we want to talk through here. One is price, one is durability, one is breathability, one is flexibility, and then one is warmth, and how all 3 of these pieces compare on each one of those points. So price, Locksaw being the most expensive piece in the lineup, versus Ripsaw being the least expensive piece in the lineup here. And I'm not gonna go into the pricing details because it changes from country. You can look that up on the website and see what it's gonna be for you. Next is durability. Locksaw is bomb-proof, like most durable piece we have in the lineup. It's the same material that we use in the Valdez and the Togedy, very proven pieces over the last 15, 20 years. You kind of know what you're getting there. This is gonna be the most durable piece in the lineup. Ripsaw Vapor and Ripsaw are going to be pretty similar from a durability story. They are still durable, not quite as durable as the Locksaw. So if you've had pieces in the past where you have a hard time getting them nicked up, or you've tore them, or you're right in those conditions where you're just really hard on stuff, I would say stay with the Locksaw because that's going to give you the best durability there. Now let's talk about breathability. Well, the Locksaw is a 3-layer pro shell. The Ripsaw Vapor is a 3-layer performance shell, and the Ripsaw is a 2-layer with a hanging liner. Well, what does that mean, right? 3 layers are always going to be a little bit more breathable. They don't have that hanging liner in them. So these are going to be pretty similar in breathability. Basically the most breathable pieces you can get. Where the Ripsaw with that 2-layer hanging liner, you might notice a little bit difference. If you were to wear these back to back, you're definitely going to be able to probably feel a little bit of difference in breathability with the Ripsaw and the Ripsaw Vapor. However, that's where the warmth story comes into play. Anytime you get a more breathable piece like these 2-3 layers here, they may not be quite as warm as our 2-layer with the hanging liner piece down here on the Ripsaw. So if you tend to run cold, I would recommend a 2-layer with the hanging liner, versus if you're very active and you want to get as much sweat away from the body as possible and you need something very breathable, stay with a 3-layer piece down here. You ask the question, well, okay, these are both really breathable, they're both a 3-layer piece, how do I decide which one I want? Well, that's where flexibility comes into play. This really bomb-proof fabric is going to be a little stiffer when compared to our 3-layer Ripsaw or even our 2-layer Ripsaw. These being the same face fabric, it's a little softer, a little more maneuverable. You'll be able to feel that even just touching them, let alone wearing them, how flexible they are. Now, one thing that you'll notice with one-piece suits is because there's no break between the bib, pant, and jacket, when you sit, they kind of have a tendency to pull tight. So when you're trying them on, make dang sure that you go through all the motions to make sure you're going to have enough length in the legs and also enough length between the hips and the shoulders to give you that flexibility that you're looking for. If you have any more questions on the sizing of these, go to the website because they don't all offer the same sizes. There's a couple of these that we offer in shorts, so you'll have to check that to make sure we offer it in the size that's best for you. All right, moving through the 2-piece suits, we have the Valdez and Togedy bib jacket combination, the Storm bib jacket combination, the Tomahawk bib and jacket combination, and then the Power Cross pant and jacket combination. So what I think would be important for us to understand is, how do they compare in price? How do they compare in durability, breathability, and then fit and style? And hopefully those will give you the tools you need to make the best decision for yourself. So, durability story. The Valdez and the Togedy bib are going to be the most durable, kind of bomb-proof fabric that we have in this lineup. Very comparable to the Locksaw. In fact, it's the same fabric we use in that Locksaw. So if you're somebody who knows you're hard on gear, you're riding in those super aggressive trees, you're rubbing running boards, or maybe you're using it for work and you're laying on the ground and rubbing around stuff, where durability really is the value for you, the Valdez and the Togedy bib are going to be the best option. The Storm is going to be a nice, good, durable package. The fabric's a little bit lighter weight compared to the Valdez and the Togedy, so it feels a little softer, still very durable. And then after that, we have our Tomahawk and Power Cross. They're the exact same outerwear or face fabric, so they're going to be about the same from a durability standpoint. Not quite as durable as the Storm and maybe a little bit less durable than the Valdez. Along with that durability story, we'll talk about price. So over here, Valdez, Togedy is going to be the most expensive, and they're in line from there. The Storm's going to be next, then the Tomahawk, and then the cheapest or least expensive in the lineup is going to be our Power Cross jacket and pant combination. When it comes to breathability, the Valdez and the Togedy are going to be the most breathable in the line. They are a 3-layer Gore-Tex Pro Shell fabric, which is going to get the moisture away from your body the fastest and the quickest. Moving down the line, the Storm, the Tomahawk, and the Power Cross are all a 2-layer performance shell with a hanging liner. So they're going to be a similar breathability story, maybe not quite as breathable as the Valdez, but still nice and breathable. Use that hanging liner to get the moisture away from your skin, and then that 2-layer fabric to pass it through their outerwear. Now let's talk about the fit and the overall styling of the piece. So the Valdez and the Tomahawk are a very similar style and fit. They're a traditional fit. Notice neither of them have a hood, versus if we move to the Storm and the Power Cross, they're a little bit more of a relaxed fit. I don't want to say baggy, but more relaxed compared to the Valdez and the Tomahawk. And you can see in the styling, they both have a hood, so you have that option if you want a little bit more protection in those elements. And then last, let's talk about the styling of the bib. With the Valdez or the Togedy, we have a full bib that comes up to the chest. Same with the Storm. And then Tomahawk, it's a partial bib that comes midway up the chest. And then as we talked about before, the Power Cross is a pant. So if you're looking for just that, the most kind of free-feeling, flexible piece we have, the Power Cross jacket and pant is gonna fit that bill for you. And then of course, as we move up, those bibs get a little taller on you. So hopefully that kind of describes all the features and benefits of each piece, helps you understand what piece is going to fit as far as the way you ride from a warmth, a breathability, a protection standpoint, give you the tools you need to make those decisions. Now, you can always go to Klim.com. We have all of the stats and fine details on each one of these pieces there. You can also go to your dealer and try them, feel them, see what's gonna fit best for you. We also have additional walkthrough videos that we do on each one of these individual pieces that takes a deep dive into each one of the vents and the functions and the fits and the sizes and the pricing. So if you have individual questions, go to find one of those walkthrough videos there. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the snow.